All right, let me tell you how it happened. Basically, we started off right here in the good old US of A, back when Florida used to be there. Got on an airplane whoop, to New York City. Then we get on the plane in New York City, and it's a long flight way up here, Greenland, Iceland, over the UK, down through France, kind of skirted Libya, down through Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Dubai is somewhere in there. I think Dubai is right about there. Anyway, after that, we get on an airplane in Dubai, over Oman and Yemen, through all these little countries right here, and bang, we wind up right here. And now we're way up here in the middle of nowhere.
A lot of people ask, why Uganda? Why do we do what we do in Uganda? Why do we have to go to the other side of the world? I think a lot of it's based on what the Lord gave me years ago from Galatians 2:20, my life's verse. I have been crucified with Christ, nevertheless I live. Yet not I, but Christ lives in me, and the life that I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. And when you take it to heart, you see that it's a life lived by faith. Faith in God, and when God calls, put something in your heart, you have to pursue what it is he's placed in your heart. Years ago, when God opened up the doors for Uganda, it was a call on my heart, my life, that he wanted me to teach pastors in Uganda. And that's originally what we started out doing, and that's the seed bed of everything that we do in Uganda, is teaching and training these pastors.
Turn to Hebrews 11:6. I believe it's page 1908. 1908.
I look at the teaching ministry we did this year. In my opinion, this is perhaps the best class that we've had so far in Uganda.
Instances are most likely complementary and not contradictory. We find examples of this in Matthew 20:29 through 30, and Luke 35.
Each day as we taught through the class, we saw a progression. The pastors, they stayed with us and they worked through it. And at times I even questioned, are they grasping what we're sharing with them?
I'll keep the list right here. I'll write down the words. I'll be walking around, we'll try to figure out, we'll put a list together. So our study's on friends, so I've already written down friend. What are some other words that mean the same thing as friend? And if you need help,
this is Jesus. This is the real thing. This is a figure. This is a shadow that represents the real thing. It's not the real thing, yes, but it represents the real thing. Yes. Okay? What happened to Jesus on the cross? He died. Yes. What did they do with his body? They buried him. Where am I going? Into the water. What happened 3 days later with Jesus? He rose from the dead. What did I do?
It was overwhelming to look around the class and see each one of those pastors with their heads down, buried in their Bibles and their textbooks and notes, preparing a lesson in the format in which we'd trained them through all week. It was indication that they were receiving well and had grasped the truths of what we were teaching them, and it was helping them.
Okay. We have for what we can use to start in tomorrow, and then I'll go with you in the what? Okay. In the evening.
Dr. Patrick and his wife Stella, who's a registered nurse, such faithful servants, such intelligent people, such hearts for God. And Lord's really using them and has connected us through Moses to Dr. Patrick and Stella, which has really enhanced the work that we're able to do with medical teams.
Yes. This is going to the lab. These are civil strips. It's going to the lab.
Then there were the reports each day that came from the medical and dental teams. They were always encouraging. You could literally observe the development of good relationships among the team each day. God assembled a team that truly took the sacrificial spirit of Christ to heart, and this team shared that with the hearts of the Ugandans. And my heart was so full as I watched what God was at work doing through this ministry.
I chose this age group because it's very important that you understand.
Days for Girls organization began in 2008 with a mission to educate girls on their menstrual cycles and personal hygiene. In Uganda, most girls do not have access to proper hygiene items, and they're not allowed to attend school during the week they're on their periods. The Days for Girls organization has created a kit that has 8 pads, which are reusable.
Alikuja akafika kwa pale kwa hiyo bwawa la maji. Namgamba msaki akwe chichofundira wa. Akamwambia bwana wewe mbona unaozea hapa?
Pastor Robert Sinyanjo is a young pastor that was from a Muslim background, practicing Muslim when God saved him, called him into ministry. And he's been a joy to watch him grow spiritually over the years that we've been there. And we've grown to have great faith in Pastor Robert. What a tool he is. It was his ministry of sharing the gospel that was influential in the 96 people on this year's team, witnessing those 96 people come to Christ. Robert was the one that was giving them the gospel each day at the clinic.